Yeah, baby! Right guys, so as mentioned by Crazy Me at the beginning of this intro, this is going to be a video about my GBB. This is going to be about my adult female GBB. Before, when I made a house, it looked quite good. Turns out using really thin sticks isn't good. It's now literally just little sticks on the floor kind of thing. She's webbed to a couple of them, but she pretty much just spends all day like, yeah. And as one of my favourite spiders, I get so depressed just looking at the enclosure. So I want to improve it for her. I want to make more places for her to be able to web onto, a little bit more height for her, and we'll just see where we go. Waffling on, as I always do. Let's just flip the camera around and show you what I mean and how terrible this enclosure is. Anyone watching this video, if you're looking for care tips, don't use this video. Awful, awful, awful enclosure. Let's have a look. As mentioned, guys, this is the enclosure. This is the GBB. Like, oh, look how depressed she looks. Stupid owner. Right, these originally were all sticking up and it did look good, and I thought if she webs and it's going to have lots of tunnels and stuff. Turns out when she webs to them, they fall over. So it's mistake one for everyone. You see the water dish is empty at the moment. I haven't filled it. One, because I was keeping this species too moist, and that's not how they like to be kept. So what my plan will be is I'm going to possibly use some of these little bits that are in here, maybe in the new enclosure, but what I need to do is I need to get her out and then see where we go from there, to be honest. So let's have a look what we can do. Right guys, I didn't bother showing you me getting a tea out. There's literally no point. I'll just put the thing in, slid it underneath, got it out. Just want to get this enclosure sorted out and want to get her into her new home. So I'm going to go get rid of all the terribleness in this, and let's see what we can do with her, shall we? Right guys, so this is the new enclosure that I've set up. I'll take the lid off so you can have a proper look at it. As you can see, there's some sand and stuff mixed in with it now, purely for the fact that, as I've mentioned before, I was keeping this female too moist. You'll notice at the moment there even isn't a water dish in there. There will be one, but it will be a tiny little water dish. There's not going to be much in there. I don't want it humid. I don't want anything like that. Part of the reason I wanted to get safe, I wanted to web up. If you look down here, this is like deeper than everywhere else, purely because I don't want to be putting a hide in this because it will take up too much room, less places for her to web. But it gives her somewhere to get away if she feels threatened for any reason, if I'm taking the lid off or doing anything like that. As you can see, height-wise, I said I wanted a bit more height in there for her. Now, she can web to all of this. She can web to everything around here. I'm hoping she webs over this because the last thing I need is her food going in there. But I'd just like her to be able to web anywhere she wants, make a decent home, feel safe. And then in the future, who knows, I think I've got a male which is maybe 2 molts away. And I know Gav from Gav's Tarantulas has messaged me today asking about this one, weirdly enough, and says that he has a male who he thinks is 1 molt away. So could be breeding coming up in the near future, but should we just try and get her back into here? Could be a while. Didn't bring anything with me to tap her out, so oh, maybe not. And there she is. Let's have a gander above that. There she is. Should we get the flash on so you can see the colours properly? There she is. She's absolutely stunning. As I said, she's not been herself recently, which has been a bit of a shame, really. Oh, my leg's falling off my tripod, so freestyle. But yeah, she's an absolutely stunning species. As I said, she's probably one of the top 3 in my collection. But I'm hoping this kind of like perks her up a bit, because she has, as you saw when I opened everything up, she wasn't the happiest tarantula I've ever had. And I probably should have reacted sooner. That's completely on me. But now she's back. She's in a new home. Hopefully she's going to explore, web it up. But we'll have to wait and see. Right guys, so hopefully you enjoyed that video. Wasn't very exciting, and I'll be 100% honest with you, it wasn't meant to be. I was worried about the spider's welfare. I wanted to get the spider out and in as quick as I could, because the last thing it needs to be is in a little container waiting for me to say, oh, this is me putting in bits of tree, and this is me putting in this, and this is me pouring sand. You didn't need to see all of that, so I cut it out of the video. If I'm honest, I didn't even video it. But yeah, hopefully you liked the GBB and the new enclosure and the new setup. Let me know what you think about the setup down below. And before anyone slates me for the last enclosure, I've done that enough to myself. It was shocking. It was horrendous. And if you're looking at how to look after a GBB, that is not it. Okay? If you look at that setup I did before and think, oh yeah, it's a good setup from my last video, or the last time I rehoused it, no. Do not set your GBB up like that. You're more likely to kill it than anything else. So, luckily enough, these are hardy species, so it's survived, and now it's in the setup which it should be in, more like what it should be in. Still not perfect, but as I said, I'm not an expert when it comes to tarantulas, so it's in what it's in now, and hopefully it survives. With that being said, brings me to future videos. Now, this is something that I need all of your help with. I'm not going to lie, I'm struggling with things to come up with. If I'm honest, I've got 35-ish tarantulas. None need rehousing. When I feed them either in the morning before I go to work, and I haven't got time to be filming stuff at the moment like that. Work is calming down. I did, like last month, I did like 90 odd hours overtime. But it's calming down, so fingers crossed I'll be able to get back to making videos. But with that being said, obviously Tarantula Tales was like a decent hit for me, and it's got to the point now where I've uploaded 16. I've actually got 40 plus that was sent out, so that's how many I'm waiting on. And if I'm completely honest with you guys, as I always am, I don't see anyone coming back, so Tarantula Tales might be dead. That might be the end of it. And I have sent to the people that were involved to try and get them to ask me questions. I've had one setback at the moment. I had a set typed to me, which I then replied asking, can you put it in video form, because it'll be better for the video than me just reading questions out. Yeah, apart from that, I do get the odd, I'll get it done for you this week, I'll get it done over the weekend, I'll get it done next week, and it never happens, to be honest. So as I said, I'm not expecting Tarantula Tales to continue. And there's also someone else I'm looking into, which again, people who have them, let me know how I could get around the issue I'm going to have. I want a panther chameleon. I have for years. I haven't got it because I've not been sure where to put it. And it's something I've wanted for a long time now. And I'm thinking, bear with me because this isn't good news about the channel either. The top 3 shelves of that, taking out the top 2 shelves, putting the bottom shelf, like putting perspex around it, branches and stuff sticking out so it can go. It would have 3, to be honest. If I get one, I'm not going to put it in an enclosure so it can't get out. It's literally just going to be living on the trees, and if it wants to come off, it can come off, to be honest. Which means the 30 odd I've got would probably be, I'm going to get some shelving next to that, which you can't see. I'll probably be getting rid of at least 10 of the 30 I've got. So again, they'll be even harder to make videos. So there's another reason why it could end up, not now, but in the not too distant future, being the end of the channel. If I'm 100% honest, at the moment that's probably the way it's looking. Like, without any inspiration for videos, I don't want to be just putting crap out, because what's the point in that? One, you would lose subscribers, and two, you're not going to get any new subscribers, and three, I'll be disappointed in myself if I do that, if I'm honest. So I'm not going to do that. But if there's people below that can say, oh no, if you just get like a tree thing and put it somewhere, I don't know where, then you could keep a chameleon that way, because I've not looked into it, because I've not looked at buying one yet. So when I make my mind up, that's when I'll start doing the research on them, because I don't want to be researching something and then not end up getting it, because it's just time spent that I don't have. Also, like, the area I'm in from here forward, I have lots of room. However, this is where my family sit for what we do on Fridays, which is like family film night, because I have a projector screen up there. As you can see, the projector hanging there. So I don't want to put anything that will get in the way of the screen. Plus, I'm also, as you can probably already tell from there and the little bits, although it all looks like football, which is not. There's like boxing stuff and that on the wall here. I'm trying to turn this into like a sports themed area. So when there are things like an FA Cup final or a Champions League final or the Rugby World Cup final or Joshua Klitschko, which may or may not be happening, my friends don't have to go out and pay loads of money to get it on Sky Box Office or BT Box Office or anything else. They can come in here, we sit down and get a couple of bar stools and stuff as well, and they can just chill out, and saves us having to go to a pub and spending £5-6 quid a pint, when I can just get in beer, say everyone chuck me a £5, that'll pay for the boxing. And so yeah, I don't want to be cluttering up too much. My original plan was possibly to convert the garage to where I'm going to put my tarantulas, but one, I haven't got the time, and two, I wouldn't even know about where to go about it, 'cause up above it's cold, so I need a lot of insulation and stuff, which I wouldn't even know where to start with that. I'm rubbish with things like that. So, wow, I've gone on for like 7 minutes now, so I don't want to end the video on a bad note. So what I will talk about is Fatal Fangs. Fatal Fangs, Amy, if you're watching this, if you're not, someone let Amy know. She is doing a fantastic job with this. I like all the extra things like the round reviews and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I'm one of these who doesn't really get involved with things like that, because I haven't got the time to sit on YouTube for like an hour and a half and watch a video. But I did comment on the last one, and Amy's doing a fantastic job, as Sam did before. So anyone who's not checked out Fatal Fangs, round 1 and round 2 is online. Round 3, the feeding clips are online from the results from round 2. Somehow I've made it this far. Now, I think I'm going to go out. To be fair, I could have gone out in the last 2 rounds either to Angel and Tom's spider arachnid place. Cave. Flies. And the last round I could have gone out to Spider-Man 1978. It was, again, judge's call, nothing to do with me. And somehow I got through to round 3, and my videos are pretty much just joke videos. I was running out of time, and I thought, what can I do? Oh, I'll do this and make myself look a fool. But please check out everything that Amy has done. Please check out Amy's channel. Pet Rock and Roll, for those who don't already know who Amy is. I'd imagine everyone does. But yeah, she's doing a fantastic job. As I said, I've somehow through to round 3. Don't see me going through to round 4. I will find out this week. But if I go out, then Craig deserves to go through, so I'm not even gonna. There has been people moaning, I just want to put this out there, there has been people moaning about, I think I should have gone through my feeding clips. At the end of the day, it's not down to Amy, it's not down to Sam, it's not down to anyone, it's down to the 3 judges. That's their opinion, just deal with it. Like, if I went out to a video that I thought was nowhere near as good as mine, it's not down to me, it's down to the judges, and I completely get that. And people say, well, it's down to the fact that you're using music, or people do, it's expressive. You can do what you want with your clips. As I said, I've not used music. I've used stupid, me being an idiot / humour in there. and it seems to be working so far. Everyone's different. With that said, there was a question asked by Kieran of alternative inverts. Wow, I seem to not be able to work today. But I just want to show him. I'm going to take this with me, as you can see by this, like multiple shirts. A lot of them are signed and stuff, like you'll see that one hanging up from the other side. Now, anyone who knows football and knows a 1990, official 1990, not a replica, shirt signed by Paul Gascoigne, it's worth a shed load of money. But yeah, Kieran, you were asking about the bottle tops. Here we go, buddy. This is why there were bottle tops behind my latest clip, because I filmed it on the bar area. So this is set in resin, bottle top set in resin. This is my bar area. If I went around, you'll be able to see various glasses and rubbish, to be fair, and stuff like that. But again, all this rubbish is going to be going on the walls around here. And just to prove, as what I was saying earlier, boxing stuff, Muhammad Ali, greatest of all time. Canelo, signed gloves, greatest of our generation. So, and the rest of the room looks terrible, but you can see the screen and stuff. Just thought I'd give you a little tour, because I'm always saying, oh, about this, this and this. And by the way, they're not shoes, that's a Nintendo Switch I've secretly bought for my son. Shh, don't tell him. But yeah, that pretty much brings me to the end of the video. There's not much more I can say now. I've waffled on, it's like 11 minutes long. It's way too long to what I wanted it to be. Hopefully I can edit certain bits out and stuff. Possibly just me. Again, thanks everyone for watching. As I said, if you've got any hints, I'll do a quick 360 of the area, including the floor and stuff, where I could put a chameleon in here that's not going to interfere with the room. Also, that's come from my front room. It's literally just to rest my feet on. But yeah, areas that's not going to affect this screen area. And obviously it's not going to cover up everything that I'm putting on the wall. So yeah, if you could help me out with down below, I don't know why I'm looking at the floor. Down below, yeah, I'm looking at the comments and stuff right now. Yeah, if you could help me out with just ideas, because I'll be honest, I'm completely out. And as I said, this is my area for tarantulas and stuff. As you can see, they're not like small containers that they're in big containers. And for example, that one who I really need to fill up the water dish. I don't know if you can see that one. That one needs a water dish filled, but how small that spider is compared to the enclosure. It's not going to be moving anytime soon. So I don't want to just put out rubbish. I just don't. So, but yeah, let me know if there's anything you can think of that I could, one, put out. If you can think of a new series that you would like to see from me. I don't know. Anyway, this is Al. Thanks for listening to me waffle on. This is going to be a long video that I didn't plan on. But thank you if you stayed to the end. And if I can find some, I'll chuck some bloopers on just as a thank you for staying to the end. So, see you on the next video. Ciao for now. Right guys, so welcome back to, I was in the middle of filming a video and now all you can hear are the freaking bin men outside. GBB, come up, Helmer, summer, pubes, pubes. It's a pubes. Turn this into a beer area.